Hello again, everybody. It's time to take another trip back into the past with Then and Now Mario Kart Wii Retro Tracks Retrospective. Today we'll be doing the 2 tracks from Mario Kart Super Circuit, comparing them from then till now. The opening screen for Mario Kart Super Circuit, it changes from like a daytime to an evening to a nighttime setting depending on how much of the game that you completed. And yeah, it's not really the most exciting opening screen, just kind of goes, Super Circuit! Anyway, our first track is going to be Shy Guy Beach. I don't really much care for this level, in Mario Kart Wii, just because of the fact that, I use the Mach Bike all the time, and the Mach Bike isn't really set to handle the water and whatnot, sand, grass, all that crap. Anyway, so, because of that stupid crab, yes, they are there, and they spin you out. Yeah, because of that crab, I spun out, and I got 5th, but I got a star, and now I'm in 1st again, so go me. I have a little bit of information on Super Mario Super Circuit. Figured I'd just, pass the time a little bit. Mario Kart Super Circuit combines features from earlier Mario Kart games, Super Mario Kart... Gosh darn. Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64. In particular, it features the gameplay mechanics of the latter title, Mario Kart 64, and tracks from the former game. In the game, 8 racers take to the tracks and race for first place. It is the first Mario Kart game that is not developed by Nintendo EAD. Instead, it was developed by Intelligent Systems, and they're the people that made Paper Mario, and possibly the sequels. I wouldn't know because I didn't play them. And that's probably why there's Paper Mario references in this game. Like in Rainbow Road, you can see the floating Bowser's Castle with Peach's Castle on top of it. Gotta love that game. Great game, that Paper Mario. So anyway, the cannonballs in this, they don't really, stick into the ground and explode. They just kind of, hit the ground and then you never see them again. So getting hit by them is really rare. Anyway, we jump right into the Mario Kart Wii remake. And wow, that's... music's a tad louder, isn't it? So yeah, as you can tell, this track was completely remade because, they had to shift it from 2D to 3D. Another thing about Super Mario Super Circuit is that the look of the characters is almost exactly the same as it was in Mario Kart 64. I mean, you can definitely see it in Mario and, everybody, I suppose you could say. And yeah, even the sound effects, their voices and such are from Super Mario 64 as well. So, yeah, I don't really know what they were thinking. They could have got, the entire voice cast to redo their stuff for the new game, but I guess they just didn't feel like it. Anyway, in Super Circuit, you do get harassed by items, just not as much as in Super Mario Kart, and there's not really as much rubber banding as there was in the 2 games that came before it. And also, as you noticed, the cannonballs in the Wii version, I hope you should know this by now, stick into the ground and explode, a few seconds later. And I just thought to myself, the Shy Guys in Shy Guy Beach, they look a heck of a lot like they did in Paper Mario. I don't know why, but they just kind of remind me of, General Guy and the guys from Shy Guy's Toy Box. Oh well. I mean, the Shy Guys always have looked the same, but I'm just saying, that's what they remind me of. Especially in the GBA version. Oh, Intelligent Systems, you are the intelligent ones. So yeah, just like in the Game Boy version, when you hit the crabs, you spin out. You don't really, bounce back like with the penguins in Super Mario. In Mario Kart 64. I really need to stop calling Mario Kart 64 Super Mario Kart 64. It's just, like I mentioned before, the beta name for Mario Kart 64 was Super Mario Kart R. And I remember seeing that, in a, I think it was one of the game magazines, like EGM or something. And they said, upcoming title, Super Mario Kart R. So yeah, I don't know, I guess it just got stuck in my head. Leave me alone! Anyway, that took me 2 minutes, which is a tad longer than it did in the GB version. GBA, I should say. Anyway, comparison time! Random stretch of road right off the finish. or off the starting line. Whoa, the cannonballs, as you can see, they don't stick in the ground, they just kind of poof. And whoa, explosions galore. Yeah, I didn't really have so much time because of this track. Bowser's Castle 3. In the Game Boy Advance version, there was 4 different Bowser's Castles, and of course, as you could probably guess, with each higher number, the harder the difficulty was. I was surprised to notice that, you know, there were several changes. Well, first of all, look at the face of the thwomps. They're like, they really give the definition of stone face, I'll say. Anyway, and what also surprised me is that the track is way shorter than in the Wii version. Of course, there's no stunt ramp there, because there's no stunts in anything before Mario Kart Wii. Do I even really need to mention that? I have no idea. Ow. And I'm being harassed by Bowser in his own track. And there's a Magic Koopa flying like back and forth at the end. I really don't know what he's for. If anybody knows what that Magic Koopa does... stupid thwomps. If anybody knows what that Magic Koopa does at the end of the track, please tell me in the comments box. Thank you very much. So yeah, whoa. The jumps are also, fairly shorter as well. And the thwomps seem to get in your way a lot more. I guess it's just, kind of disorienting with how one-dimensional they are. And you don't really think like, oh, you know, if I just kind of, you know, go to the side of where he is right now, he's not going to hit me, you know. Ow! You know, you have a tendency to think that. Well, I do anyway. And how come I'm the only one that got zapped by lightning? Something makes me think that that's what the Magic Koopa does, and wow, these guys are really getting in my way. That might be what the Magic Koopa does. I just don't know. I couldn't really see him. He was like really far off in the distance. And wow, Bowser's doing well in his own track, isn't he? Whoa, don't snap back and own me. Please, Mr. Green Turtle Shell. Whoa. Yeah, the right angle turns are still there. Whoa, and so is the loose gravel. Should slow you down a bit. Whoa, okay, it's time to use that. Thank you. Whoa, move it. Oh, very nice. Barely took first from Bowser. Well, he should know this track very well. I mean, he made it. In game context, anyway. At least I would think he made it. I don't know. Maybe he had his minions do it. Anyway, sharp differences from the GBA version is that the Wii version looks a lot darker. In the GBA version, it kind of looks more bluer. But in the Wii version, it looks like grayer. I don't know. Subtle differences. And also the sky. You know, I really wasn't paying attention to the sky in the GBA version. But the sky is a lot more obvious in the Wii version. And yeah, gray skies all over the place. Where Bowser goes, gray skies are sure to follow. Oh, that Bowser is spreading all sorts of badness and hate and stuff wherever he goes. And fireballs. Fire, fire, fire. That'd be insane if Bowser had a voice like that. Watch it, Mario, I'm gonna burn you with fire. Fire! I love fire. And lava. Anyway, so yeah, this track is far longer than the GBA version. Especially, because, first of all, the track is a lot wider for, of course, to mention it again, Wii version handles 12 people, whereas any other version does not. So, it's a lot wider and it's a lot longer, and as you can see, I had to cut out the second lap. Did I cut out the second lap in the GB version? I wasn't really paying attention. Oh well. Oh god, blue shell. Ow, oh that sucks. I got lightning then blue shelled. Gosh darn you game, you're always out to get me. But I have a fairly decent lead. In all of these, I did it on 50cc. Just so that I could get through it. Because in Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64, if I put it anything over 50cc, I got owned, and I was like really not liking that. So anyway, the loose gravel is still there, of course, the background is still the same. It doesn't have parallax scrolling like it did in the GBA version, it's just its own embodiment. Yeah, that's thus comes with the advent of 3D graphics. Well, I'm just using big words all over the place, aren't I? I'm such a nerd. Nerd. I could have held it longer than that, but I didn't feel like it. So anyway, that took me 3 minutes versus 2 minutes for the GBA version. And yeah, comparison time. Yeah, much bigger, much wide, and also the floors look blue. That's probably why I thought, you know, the shift from blue to gray. The floors were blue, whereas they're gray in this one. And the gray kind of reminds me of Super Mario Brothers. You know, with the gray floors in Bowser's castles. Any of the Dash 4 worlds. And yeah, I also showed how the thwomps get in your way in the GBA version, but not so much in the Wii version. Anyway, that's it for this part of the video series. Join me in part 5, where I'll be taking on some Mario Kart Double Dash tracks. See you later.